Fairhaven has been dedicated to the care of Orange County families for over 100 years. Fairhaven Memorial Services in Mission Viejo offers complete services for funerals, cremations, and burials. Our brand new facilities include a beautifully appointed reception hall and outdoor pavilion, and we're the only mortuary in South Orange County to feature such unique amenities. At Fairhaven Memorial Services, Mission Viejo, we truly serve from our heart.
We have two guests joining us today from the Fairhaven organization. Joining us today, Michael Alarcon, manager of Fairhaven Memorial Service. Michael, welcome to you.
Thank you.
And Vice President Tiffany Galarzo. Tiffany, welcome. Good to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about Fairhaven. You folks have really been a company here in Orange County for a number of years. Give us a little background, maybe a little history.
Well, Fairhaven is actually 101 years old in August. So it was started by a local businessman, Oliver Housel, 100 years ago, with the idea of creating a memorial park. So we have very few upright headstones. It's a very park-like setting with trees originating from all over the world. We have 1,000 different species of trees. And we were the first crematory in Orange County. So, and we also have some notable Orange County pioneers. In fact, the developer of Laguna Woods, which was Leisure World, Ross Cortese, is there at Fairhaven, as well as Nellie Gale Moulton, the Floors, the Irvines. So it's been around a long time.
Certainly has. Well, I just mentioned to the folks, I just got back from Fort Collins, and my son who lives up there used to work at their local cemetery. And you're right, those traditional stand-up headstones are a part of those older facilities. So not so much the case with yours, as you say, more park-like in the look and the appearance there. Well, you've got a new facility down in Mission Viejo. Tell us a bit about that.
Our new facility, Fairhaven Memorial Services, is located just off of Crown Valley Parkway and Marguerite. So we're down in that little valley between Mission Hospital and Saddleback College. And we offer complete services for funerals, cremations, and burials there. But I think one of the things that really sets us apart or distinguishes us from other funeral homes is the look and feel of our facilities. So when you walk into the doors of Fairhaven Memorial Services, it's like walking into a boutique, a hotel boutique. The first thing you notice is the decor, which is rich and warm, but also the smell of fresh baked cookies. You're greeted by our staff at the door. Our chapel is absolutely stunning. The construction is vaulted ceilings with the large timber beam open construction. On each side of our chapel we have stained glass windows which were created to replicate the stained glass windows that are in our historic mausoleum in Santa Ana. Mm-hmm. When we serve families from our chapel, they're ushered immediately into our reception center for fellowship and food. And our reception center room actually opens up to an outdoor courtyard and pavilion. And all of that backs to this lush green hillside. We have an on-site catering kitchen, and the thing that's really unique about Fairhaven Memorial Services, we do funerals, we do memorial services, we do celebration of life services, but there's also been a great deal of interest to have weddings there and to have people renew their vows there. So the unique setting all under one roof really separates us from other funeral homes.
Provide a lot of different services that we might not think would be traditional in your industry, so that sounds very interesting indeed. Well, you mentioned some of the pioneers here in Orange County, and as most of our folks know, Orange County has a rich and diverse culture and history. Like you mentioned, the Irvines and the Moultons and all the different families here. But Orange County is becoming very diverse. We know a few years ago we had folks coming in here from Southeast Asia. We have a lot of folks from India and other countries as well, which means we have a lot of diverse religious traditions, ethnic traditions as well. How do you folks figure all that out? How are you able to work with all the different groups and all the different really belief structures that people have, or in some cases, no belief structure?
Well, we do have quite a diverse culture. And with our 100 years of history, it gives us a lot of experience in dealing with different religions, different backgrounds, different beliefs. All of our counselors are trained in these different aspects. And of course, we listen to the family, because no matter what religion you are and No matter what belief system you have, you might want to do it a little bit differently. You might want some guidance. So we listen to the family and we guide them along in what best suits them and what's going to create the most memorable memorial for their family and really capture the essence of that individual.
Some people are involved in a part of a congregation or a local religious group. Some people aren't. Would you be able to work with, say, a local rabbi, a local pastor, a local imam, if somebody had their clergy person wanted to participate in the service?
Definitely, and we encourage that. So if a family does have a home church or a synagogue or a person that they deal with, they are certainly welcome, and we work right along with them to create that service.
Good. I know one of the things that we learn a lot about in this community, with the age of our community here, is the service of our military folks over the years. And I know that's one of the things that you folks pride yourself on, is especially doing the military funerals in the proper way. I would imagine there's some specifics that you have to follow, but also some freedoms as well that you have in those areas.
We serve a lot of veterans, and there are very few things that are as moving as military funeral honors. I served in the Navy, so I really, serving veterans and walking them through that process is something that's very near and dear to my heart. There's a lot of meticulous steps. There's a lot of procedures that are taken in order to create military honors. And again, it's just something that we're honored to do, and we have the one opportunity to actually do it.
Mm-hmm. I understand in some cases you would actually be working with a local, perhaps National Guard unit, who sometimes, I guess, provides the actual honor guards and the flag folding and some of those things. So you'd be working with folks who perhaps have a background in this area and have been trained specifically in the protocol, which might make it a little bit easier. But again, there's specifics. And then working with the VA, I know there's certain finances may be available, and you'd be able to work with that as well.
That's right. We're very well versed on the benefits that our veterans are eligible for. And again, we do pride ourselves on walking families through that process and obtaining those benefits and taking advantages of what's actually out there for the veterans.
Right. A lot of our residents here, as you probably know, are real involved in deciding on their investments and their vacations and where they're going to live, like here in Laguna Woods. One of the things your industry, I know, stresses is pre-planning. Give us some things that people need to think about real quickly as kind of in that realm, why people should pre-plan, and then maybe some high points where they would want to look.
Well, the most important thing most important reason to pre-plan is peace of mind. It allows you to state all of your wishes. They're written down. They're not changeable. It protects from increased costs. You get the service that you would like. Many times people think, don't make a big fuss out of me. It's okay. You don't need to do that. But what they miss is that the funeral is for the living. And it's for us to come together and for our support network to be there when we've lost somebody that we love and give us that opportunity to move through that. And it's as simple as just making a phone call. It's not a complicated process. You can do it with funding and you can do it without funding. It's a matter of just selecting everything that you would like to have happen and know that it's protected, the costs are protected.
Mm-hmm. So if somebody were to call the number, and we have the number on your screen here, 380-8911, people can call, meet with one of your counselors, find out about some of the options that are available, and then perhaps deal with the financing ahead of time so their family isn't burdened with all that. And I guess the decisions would be made as to the type of ceremony, if they wanted in-ground burial or cremation, the type of service they would want, perhaps a person or a singer or whatever they'd like to participate in that service. All those things can be worked out in advance.
That's exactly right. And it's better to make those decisions while you have your wits about you, while you're thinking clearly, versus making them under duress and stress.
Yeah, or having your family make them for you and maybe miss the boat, perhaps, on what you would want or what you would have wanted.
That's true. There's a lot of business of the funeral. There's a lot of statistical information that needs to be given. There's insurance policies that need to be found, and DD 214 forms, and things that your family might not know where they're located. If you get all of that written down, then your family has time to really plan something. Maybe write a eulogy or create a video montage, or something that really captures the essence of that individual, instead of spending all that time trying to figure out what their grandmother's maiden name was.
Right, right. Sounds like a lot of good information. If you folks want to find out a little bit more about the services there from Fairhaven, give them a call, 380-8911. Michael, Tiffany, thank you both for joining us today. Appreciate the good information.
Thank
you,
you.
Rob.
Thank you very much. We'll be back with more as our program continues for you. Stay with us.
Fairhaven has been dedicated to the care of Orange County families for over 100 years. Fairhaven Memorial Services in Mission Viejo offers complete services for funerals, cremations, and burials. Our brand new facilities include a beautifully appointed reception hall and outdoor pavilion, and we're the only mortuary in South Orange County to feature such unique amenities. At Fairhaven Memorial Services, Mission Viejo, we truly serve from our heart.